Saturday, March 15th, 2025. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time, where we bring you fresh new horse racing information every single day. I'm Alan, your host. Big day at Colonial Downs today, Virginia Derby Day and Virginia Oaks Days. They are two big prep races, the Virginia Derby, Kentucky Derby prep race, 50 points to the winner, 25 to second. And Oaks, the Virginia Oaks for the fillies, same thing, 50 to the winner, 25 to second, 15 to third, etc. And for Colonial Downs, it's a very big day. It's a historic day. This is going to be the first time they have a Kentucky Derby prep race there, and they're racing in March, 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and today for a special 3-day meet. And then they go back to their usual schedule where they're running from July through September. But in this meet, all the races are on dirt. Colonial Downs known for their great turf racing. Turf racing, of course, is going to be in the summer, but these races, all the races today are on dirt, including these two. And the Virginia Oaks, usually a stakes race for the 3-year-old fillies run on turf, will be run on dirt this year here in March. So that makes the Virginia Oaks interesting. Now it's a dirt race, and it's a prep race for the Kentucky Oaks. What we have here today are selections. I'm going to give you my selections and my plays, the plays that I like for the Virginia Oaks and the Virginia Derby. And also you use those in the Oaks, Virginia Oaks and Virginia Derby double. I do like that. And also selections for what I would do with these horses individually in these races. And the data I'm going to be using today for this, which I've looked these over using the standard Brisnet PPs. And also today, I will be using the Thorograph sheets. Those of you who know me in the past, I'm a Thorograph player. Also, Brisnet and Thorograph are my main sources of data. So we have that armed and ready to go for both the Oaks and the Virginia Derby. So we're going to go through this. It's pretty cut and dried here. So I'm going to let you know who I like, who I don't like, and how to use these horses. Okay, so let's get started real quick on this. So what I'm going to be doing here is just refer to the Brisnet here, and the Thorograph I'll be using as well. And just to give you a snapshot here of this race, this is the Virginia Oaks. It's race 8, and the Virginia Derby is race 9. So they're back-to-back. They set up nice for a daily double. Okay, and now this is a 1/16, and it's for fillies, 3-year-olds. So we're going to get right after it. Go right after it here, and a lot of it, I see some good opportunities here, and I'm going to go right for the throat. The fastest horse in here doesn't look like it by the Brisnet. By the Thorograph it has an edge over all the others as far as speed goes. So I think we can get a price here on number 3, Goals Delight. Say, Alan, he's opening 3-1. He's the opening chalk. Yeah, well, maybe get a price. And the reason for that is there are a couple of top jockeys on some of the others. Number 3, Goals Delight, McPeak, very dangerous. We know the Oaks winner last year, Torpedo Anna. he completed the Kentucky Derby Oaks double there with Mystic Dan. But Goals Delight, the race 2 back, he really got boxed. He didn't have room in the race 2 back, so I'm excusing that one at Oaklawn. But the other two put up very big Thorograph numbers compared to the other. Actually, the 2 fastest Thorograph numbers in Thorograph, the lower the number, the faster the race. He has a pair of 8s here, sandwiching the middle race in January. And also comes out of a G2 where he ran 2nd. So Goals Delight, actually, and has some early speed. That's my only concern with this one. Did go to the lead last time, and he's not going to go. He's not the fastest early, so that might be his problem. But that's fine. That's my top choice here, Goals Delight. In my second choice, who has every right to win this race, is another McPeak entry. That is Anonymous, yeah. And this one is, I believe, will be overlooked in the wagering. Opens at 6-1. Okay. And if you look at the numbers, the last race got stuck very, very wide, still improved a bit, finishing sixth, the distance six, but got stuck very wide in the G3 Honeybee. So this kind of represents a class drop here, going from the G3, gets Colby Hernandez up, who's ridden this one the last two times, and also in an optional claiming of Fairgrounds, finished first by 2 lengths. But what catches my eye about this one, Anonima, are the numbers, are the thoroughgraph numbers. This 81 is a concealed race, got stuck very wide. Hernandez, he gets this one in position this time, has a good closing ability, can stay reasonably close when he has to, and its numbers are getting better and better. And another slight step forward, and to give you an example, this one comes off a pair of 9s on thoroughgraph, the number 4, whereas number 3 was about a length and a half or so faster. With the 8s, maybe 2 lengths, anywhere between 1 and 2 lengths faster. But the thing about Anemia, this one has gotten faster and faster by the numbers every single race, from the career first race, November 2nd at Churchill, right to its last race, February 23rd at Oaklawn. And if it keeps that pattern going, another step slightly forward, and this one could find itself right in the winner's circle at a price. Open 6-1, but here's the thing. You got Hernandez up. Most people are going to be looking at these fairly slower last race and a couple of the races. The thoroughgraph tells a different story. That's why they charge $25 for a set of thoroughgraph charts. Okay, you get what you pay for. Gives you top-notch information that takes a bunch of things into consideration that the standard Brisnet or DRFPPs don't do. And this one, I believe I'm going to be using this one either to win or part of an exacta and part of a Oaks and Virginia Oaks and Virginia Derby double. So number 4 is my star here, who I like here. And the other one who I like third best, and the other thing about Gal's Delight did come out of a G2, so that represents the class drop here. My only going back to the 3 for a second. I'm torn between the 3 and the 4, who I like best between those. But here's where it gets interesting. The one with the next best numbers comes off a nice race. Last race, number 8, Fondly. He's really my third choice. I would be hesitant to leave this one out. I'm tempted to, but I don't want, I don't know. Here's the thing. This one's going to take money, gets Irad Ortiz, Graham Motion, and here's, it got caught in tight last time and finally got out and then ran away and won. But ran away and won on Valentine's Day at Tampa Bay Downs. Have to love that. Winning by 4 lengths after you got free, entering the stretch in second, half a length back, wins by 4. Okay, 7 lengths. Okay, nice. Gets Irad Ortiz, open 7-2 as the second choice. Not tested at the distance. We don't even know if this horse can get a mile. Where the 2 horses I've talked about earlier, 3 and 4, both have run in stakes, G3, G2. The numbers by the thoroughgraph number, this one 8 was not as fast as the 3, okay, and has basically this comes off the same thoroughgraph figure as the 4, a 9. Now the 4 again is 6-1. So they're both on par there, and we got to wonder if this one would have been better if he didn't get stuck in, but not stakes tested. Has not run. He's only has 1 race, a sprint, and I don't know. I think they're asking a lot for this one. They're dressing it up with Irad Ortiz. I think that's going to take a lot of money there, and it's also going to boost the odds, our odds on the 4, which opened 6-1. And I don't know about the 3. We might get good odds there too. Now that's my top 3 here. Those are who I'm going to list on my selections today, 3, 4, 8 in that order. But I will be using, I'll probably be doing a box with those 3, 4, and 8, a try box. Or I'll think about a key. I'm a little hesitant, but there's another one that I'm looking at who I would probably use too. If I don't use my 4th choice in this race, would be, it's a sprinter. I'm hesitant about this one, but this one does have the early speed. Number 6, You'll Be Back. By the Thoroughgraph numbers, not quite there. Not quite there. I'm going to it for a second. Right here early on, No. He does have a very fast sprint race at Fairgrounds back in November. That is fast enough, but that's at 6 furlongs. He took a step back when he did run a route race. I think this one's going to be the Rabbit. Could he steal it on the front end? I don't like the 9-2 odds. I don't like the 9-2 odds on that one. Maybe underneath for the try, but still, the 9-2 does his damage sprinting. Might get a little sprinting pressure from number 1. You'll Be Back. And the other one, here's one I like also. I'm going to talk about one for a second that I think is also going to boost our odds. Basafi Joseph Jr. I'm going to go to this one. Early on is opening at 8-1, and I believe they're going to take. You're looking at that Brisnet number comes off. They say he has the highest speed rating here of 87 on Brisnet. You know what? On Thoroughgraph, you know what he's running on Thoroughgraph? Now remember, Thoroughgraph, the lower the number, the faster the race. Last race was at 12. That is open lengths slower than the other 3 horses I've talked about. Even You'll Be Back has been faster than this one. Early on is a pretender in here. This one's going to take some money, which makes it better for us. What am I going to do here in this? What I'm going to do for the Oaks Oaks with the Oaks and the Virginia Derby double, I will be using 3 and 4. I will be using them equally. I got to see what the odds are on these. I may go a little heavier with the 4 on top and use maybe the 3 and the 8. I'm almost tempted to leave the 8 out there. Fondly, first stakes race has never run longer. May take money. Will take money with Irad Ortiz. I like if I'm going to do if I'm going to box trifectas, I would go 3, 4, 8 and 3, 4, 6. I don't like the 5 at all. But my top 3 picks here, or do something with the key. If I was going to do an exacta box, I go with the McPeak box 3-4. 3-4 in this race. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to watch the odds on the number 8. So that's it for that race. So we'll move on to the next one, the Virginia Derby. Okay, let me bring that up. Okay, the Virginia Derby, a little bit about that. We'll go right here. Okay, mile and an eighth. Okay, for 3-year-olds. Pretty simple. What I see here is a speed duel. What I see going on here is a speed duel in this race between John Hancock, number 2. This is my top choice, actually. John Hancock, number 2. Brad Cox gets Mike Smith riding this one for the first time. This one has run 2 races, did win the Sam F. Davis Stakes over at Tampa, wired the field, won its first race at Tampa, 6 furlong sprint, wired the field. Brisnet numbers 88, 97. All looks well. Went off as a favorite in both starts out of Constitution. Thoroughgraph numbers, very, very solid. Fast enough to win this race. Fast enough. And he looks like the speed of the speed. And my second choice, if he doesn't get it done, is number 6, Bob Baffert. Now, this one's going to take money. This opens as the favorite, which probably helps us out on the price we get, number 2, on the number 2. John Hancock, who opens 3-1. Everyone bets Bob Baffert. And helping our price here also is Getaway Car is coming in with Irad Ortiz riding. So you're going to take Irad Ortiz money, right? And here's the thing. Getaway Car, when he does his best damage, he has – why don't I like this one best? This one has been running a G1 company, has a number of races in G1 company. Wins the Sunland Derby. Again, for Bob Baffert, the Sunland Derby has excellent early speed. Here's the thing. This one has not won a race where he's been leading. Every race he's won, he wired the field, right? When he doesn't get the big jump, he doesn't win. He doesn't win. It's that simple. One time Del Mar lost. Yeah, but his 3 career victories have all been wire jobs. And here's the problem: Getaway Car does not have the speed to run with John Hancock. John Hancock has wired the field twice. John Hancock has the superior early speed. You see John Hancock beating him to the punch. What I'm hoping for is he stays up there around 3-1 or so, and we can complete that Oaks Derby double. As for Getaway Car, he's going to have to get the jump. He's going to have to run faster, earlier than he ever has before. How's he going to take it? If the inside John Hancock from post position 2 gets the jump, Getaway Car is not used to being running from behind, and especially running from behind and winning. So we'll have to see. And as far as the Derby points goes, Getaway Car, even if he slips into 3rd place, he's nearly there to go over 40 points in Derby points, which is a good benchmark. Last year the cutoff was 37. So Getaway Car, if he comes in probably anywhere in the top three positions, he's going to cement a spot in the Derby. Question is it going to take something out of him if he gets outrun early? And is he the type to fade? Well, he has already. You look back at his lines, he had the 4th place finish, 6th back. If he doesn't get things his way, is he going to quit? I don't know. I don't see that coming from John Hancock. John Hancock, 1st, 2nd place finish, probably gets him in the Derby. He's sitting on 20 points right now from the Sunland Derby. So we're looking at 2 horses with a shot to cement Derby entries in this race. Are they going to be run 1-2? Would I feel comfortable boxing them 1-2? I'm not so sure I like this as a individual race. I think it can get potentially very chalky. There is one other one I want to talk about as far as the exactas go. And that one is let's get him up. It's a Dwayne Lucas entry. Now, this one here, where he is? Okay, here he is, Dwayne Lucas. America's Promise. Now, here I see he did run a very fast race, 3 back, wiring the field at 1 mile and 16th. Now, the question is it because it was on a muddy track? Now, he is moving in the right direction. By the numbers, he's not quite he has run as fast as Getaway Car and John Hancock in one particular race. Both of them put up 5s. He put up a 5 there, a Thurgraph number, very quick compared to these anyway. Let me make one thing clear early on. None of these 3 horses are going to win the Derby. I just don't see it. I'd be completely shocked. This is not Derby caliber stuff here, but a Derby qualifier, probably 2 of them are going to make it into the Derby here from this race. And so you got a couple of early tosses in the Kentucky Derby. Getaway Car and what do you call it? John Hancock. And America's Promise, the Dwayne Lucas story, another horse. He has moved forward. He started to bounce. He has bounced back. He's running some G3s and a G2. If I'm going to do an exacta box here, he's going to be part of the early pace. That's the thing. You're going to have 3 horses running, vying for the lead, do their best running on the lead. John Hancock, American Promise, number 2, 3, and 6, Getaway Car. All 3 of them will be running. Okay. Is it going to destroy all 3 of them? American Promise has shown that he could duke it out on the front end at 1 mile and 16th. He was running 2nd at the first call, took the lead at the 2nd call, was in 3rd by a neck, and wound up coming in 4th, only 1.25 lengths back. So he looks like he has some staying power. And the thing is but he's going to have to move forward. He's going to have to move forward to beat the other two, but I like his odds at 12-1. So if I was going to try something in this race, if I was going to box 3 horses in this race, I get the Dwayne Lucas gets him ready. I don't like the jockey, Nick Jarrett. Nothing about against Nick, but we're talking the other two, Mike Smith and Irad Ortiz. Nick Jarrett has not ridden this horse before. I don't know. Nick Jarrett, he is 11% for the year. For you dreamers out there, watch the odds on this one. Maybe hang on for third. He has to improve. That's the problem. One thing I will say is a lot of people are talking about the number 7 Rapture, who from Brad Cox gets Flavian Pratt. This one, what I can make about this, let me bring this back. Rapture. Here's what I say about Rapture here. He's a nice horse out of Uncle Mo. That's tremendous. He likes to run close to the leaders, hang close, and he's never run in a stakes race, and he's gonna have to take a step forward. The fact, and he extended. I think I'd rather just pick a winner out of this race. Because Rapture, I certainly think he has a shot to win, but I don't want to box them all. I don't want to do a bunch of boxes. I'll hang my hat on a couple of entries here and use them in multi-race plays. Rapture, this could tend out to be a chalky exotic. Maybe for a try, if you want to go with a cheap try and maybe hopefully get the longer one on top, you go 2-6 over 2-6, 2-3-6-7, 2-6 over 2-3-6-7 underneath. That's about as far as I go with those. I just want to double check the thoroughgraph to see if there's a 5th horse to put underneath. If you want to spread and possibly get a balloon in there. And I'm going to go through them real quick here, just by the numbers. And I'll give you a quick rundown on the horses I like. Number 1, Calling Card from Michael Maker, does have a very fast race at Aqueduct. 4 back, where he won by 17.25 lengths at a mile. And that actually is the fastest race of any of these in here. Do you want to take a shot with Calling Card? I don't like it. I mean, he does have I'm not going to go past the others. The last 2 races are not quick. John Hancock can't move past that. American Promise. Seven. I think that's as far as I go here. Maybe if Render Judgment would have to improve. Another McPeak. Yeah, they're too slow. That's as far as I go on this one. Race number 8. If you're going to play the exact, I see the winner. My top choice is number 2. Number 2, John Hancock. Take the 3-1. Early speed edge. Inside. Getaway car is going to have to go faster than he went before. But Getaway car can certainly win. In the double. In the daily double, I'll definitely go with a 3-4 with 3-4 with 2. In the 8th, 3 and 4 with 2, and 3-4 with 2-6. I may go a little heavier with the may take a shot with that 4 at 6-1. I'm going to watch the boards here. It may try and pop one with the 4 in the 8th race, maybe a 4-2 straight daily double. Because the thing about the 3, who I like best in the 8th, but what I don't like is he did run a good race running on the front end last time, coming in second, and there are a couple others that are not going to let him get the lead, get the lead in the 8th race. So as far as the double, if you're going to use 2 and 2, I'd use 3-4 with 3-4 in the 8th and 2-6 in the 9th. As far as a try box, as far as an exacta or in the 8th race, I'd make 4 my key, because I think we can get that one. We know it gets the distance, and then the one with Irod, the 8, untested, on no stakes. 3-4-8 exacta box, 3-4-8 try box in the 8th, or think about it. Watch the prices on those. I prefer 3 and 4. If I had to just pick 2 entries in that race to win, I like 3-4 in the 8th. I think I'm going to have both Cox entries. I'm really tempted to go. I'm hard torn who I like better out of the 3-4. I'm going to have to see what the prices are. If I had to use one and I'm getting a price, I would use the 4 heavier than the 3 and look to stamp it and use the 3 more as an insurance, because I like the 4 that much, especially at 6-1. It might go higher. In the 9th, number two, and number 6, getaway car. If I had to single one, John Hancock, number 2 at 3-1. So there you have it. So good luck, everybody. This looks like it's going to be a tremendous day of racing. This ran a little longer than I wanted it to. But, we try and give you the good stuff here, make it happen. And have a big day. Have an enjoyable day. So thanks for watching, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, John Hancock and Virginia Derby, 50 points to the winner. May the best horse win. Have a great Saturday. Good luck today. May the horse be with you.